Good morning, folks. I'm still at Rugeley, but it's just pulled in behind me. Hello. Hello. So here comes the speedster. Hiya. See the waves? There's the little bridge, leads up to the shop. I'll be up a bit later because I've got to pick my new bowl. My central heating, my diesel central heating, is what I need in this weather, because you get cool mornings, not really even chilly, just cool, you know that kind of, when you pull that face, ooh, cool. So on those mornings, what you need is a half-hour blast of your central heating. Just having a look. I'm actually having a look to see if there's any moorings free, because these are 14-day moorings a little bit further on, and I need to stay in Rugeley a little bit longer. So here we go, right? There's the sign, 2 days up there, and they're on rings. After this here, this is all 14 days. Now there's a line of boats. Is it Armco all the way? It must be, mustn't it? I can't really tell. I'll just double check. I need to know for sure. Double, treble check. This is Armco. This is Armco. Okay. I'm confident enough that it's Armco all the way, because I'm not going to be able to reverse. It's the tragedy of it. If my boat could reverse, I could just go through this little tunnel, back here, past these boats, and just get moored there in about 5 minutes. But because my boat won't reverse, or as some people have said, I can't reverse in it, whichever of those is true, it's just too challenging for me to bring it down here. Because let's see, now when I reverse my boat, when I'm coming back here, the tendency is for it to go towards the right, so in towards the bank, so it'll be going in towards the boat. Do you know, I'm in two minds. I'm in two minds whether to give this a go. I was going to move tomorrow, but it seems like a decent chance to grab a spot. See, I can sort of tow, go past the boat. There's a boat behind me. I could go past him without too much problem in reverse, come back here by towing, and then I've just got 3 boats to get past. The alternative is to go a mile north, perhaps a mile and a half, to the Winding Cove north of town, and then turn around and come back. I'm still not feeling the cough part of this cold, this flu, this whatever it is. That's gotten a bit worse. Like, I'm not bedbound. I can still get out and about and walk to the shops and things, so it's not critical or anything like that, but it is a little bit worrying. It's about 500 yards, and I'm really tempted to just give it a go. Right, I'm going to go for it, guys. And the reason I'm doing this is because I need a few more days here in Rugeley than I expected, and these are 7-day moorings, and I'm not sure what day I arrived. What I do, cunning devil that I am, I have a thing, Google calendar reminder, so in theory I've got 2 more days here. I'd like to rest up for a few more days. Excuse me. But rather than risk getting mud on my nice clean civilian trousers, which are nearly new, I'm going to put these horrible scruffy cruising trousers on. let's get inside, get sorted, and see if we can get a move going. Yeah. Before those spots are taken. They're not as nice as these. That's the truth of it. They're not as nice. But they give me another week. And I could really do with another week. So there, let's give it a go.
Dave's talking about stopping for an extra week down at Fradley.
Right.
It's not like down there, it's bars on heat.
Oh,
And-
so it's quiet down there.
And, well, he's getting her covered on the 20th or something. So
Covered?
next week.
What's covered? Like spade?
No.
Covered?
Not boyfriend.
Oh, covered as in shagged.
Yeah, shagged. Yeah, covered is shagged.
Covered's a much more elegant
Covered
word, isn't
is
it?
the word for it.
You
as
never hear
opposed to shagged or-
lads about town. I covered a great girl last night. Yeah.
No.
And the other thing, the other part of it, Di, is because those moorings aren't too often empty. Like, they're close to the shops and they're 14 days.
Yeah.
So the smart boaters all congregate down there, you see.
Okay.
So this is,
Gonna
you know.
reverse down.
So I'm going to try and reverse down. It's going to be immensely amusing for her and embarrassing at the same time.
Oh yeah, I've got my phone. So.
Yeah, well, to be honest, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drive past this first boat, right? And then I'm going to tow the rest of the way.
Okay, yeah.
So I've only got 3 boats to reverse past, so I'll remember the advice, give it some welly.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and jiggle. Jiggle, yeah. Jiggle it, baby.
Before the railway.
Oh, shit.
So if you go under the railway, you're definitely in another zone.
Well, I'm looking at your phone, the bloody boat's drifting off.
But it's just before the railway.
To be honest, hopefully, you know, another 5-7 days will do. You know, it's just to get over this thing. My boat reverses so slowly as well. Are they pulling away? There's Murphy watching me. With some doubt in his eyes, I perceive. Typically my back end goes over this way, but really it does depend on the wind. So yeah, no, I'm getting too close to the bank again. Do you know what? Let's use the pole. Let's use the boat hook. Right, that'll do it. Rather than go back into forward gear, I'm using the boat hook to just push the boat in the direction I want to go. Bring the stern around. That's sort of worked. So let's go further back, and the rest of it I'll just tow. I think Di's actually gone on ahead. I thought she was walking the dogs, but she seems to be trying to reconnoitre for me. Right. Oh, they're casting off. Oh shit, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. They're definitely not looking to take any of the 14-day mooring spots. That's not the reason for my concern. But they're going to come hurtling past me shortly while I'm trying to do my reverse. That's the reason for the concern. Yeah, and the mooring rope is all knotted up. Right, there's another knot in it. So before I can start towing the boat, I've got to sort out the more typical. Look, see, I'm just going to fend off the boat at the back before it hits there. Now I'm going to, do you know what I could do with doing? I think I could do with holding the stern rope as well. I think that'll make this job easier. But this might be an easier job with 2 ropes, as you can see. I did this on the Bridgewater. I was sort of forced to. The downside is the middle of the boat is bumping against there. Guys probably wondering what on earth I'm playing at. Fair question, my friends. But this is working better. feel like as a reversing technique, having a centre and a rear point on the boat to hold on to does work better. You don't need a lot of speed or force doing this. The couple on the boat ahead are watching with interest. Ah, they're coming out now. Right, I'm going to pull in. I'm going to pull my boat in and wait for them. Let's get ready for these guys. So the idea is pull in, get out of their way, and then I can resume the tow. Afternoon, guys. Don't ask, it's a long story. Have a nice afternoon. He's probably assuming I've broken down, I think. So the trickiest part of this whole manoeuvre is going to come when I get up to those boats that I've got to drive past in reverse. Is there any boats coming? Can't see any. So I'll get through this bridge up. I'm just making sure the boat doesn't bang too hard on the... For now I'll just pull the boat in using the centre line. I've got to get the boat in because the back end's drifting out, as you can see. So I'm going to get the boat close up to that boat behind, and then I'm going to start the driving part of the manoeuvre. So let's get the boat in here. Now ahead of me now we've got the 3 boats. Hopefully the wind won't be too lively down here. Okay, I've got some speed on. I might as well jump on now. I'm going to try. I can't push off, can I? Damn. At the moment I'm going to go too close to that boat, so I'm going to have to give it some reverse, some forward gear to turn the boat. To be honest with you, Di, I'm really hoping I don't need another week, but it might be handy if this flue doesn't pick up, you know. It's horrible. It's horrible phlegm and coughing, and it feels like it's on your chest. Yeah. Oh, horrible. I mean, I'm not one to moan, you know that. Yeah, it's just low on energy, so fingers crossed. I'll catch you later anyway. Cheers, Di. So far this manoeuvre's going great. I'm just turning the back end, steering the back end round in towards the bank. I'm getting too far to this, close to this side. And I am bad at reversing, and this boat's bad at reversing as well. Sorry about that, no offence, you know, but it is a bit difficult. This is where it was always going to be tricky because there's a bend. So far so good. Well, let's stop that. Now I need to get round the bend a bit, so tiller over, forward gear. Got some bush action, not brilliant, but I can cope. I could just use the boat hook. That might do. I think that's doing the job. I don't want to go too far over because then I'll be in danger of hitting that boat. And that's no good. Well, but just being able to hit the bank now, I'm drifting over too close to this boat, I think. So I'm going to need to get into forward and bring the stern around a little bit. But here we go, look. They're getting ready to move as well. There's some boats down there behind the white GRP. was pretty good really, that, you know. Round a bend, up ahead there. Bring the stern round towards the left, they're right. And then one more reverse and I'm into the bank and done. Oh yeah. Don't you just love reversing? Yeah. Favourite thing in the world. Not. So that's done it really, that's done it. Back end's close enough in. Now all I've got to do is jump off and moor this bad boy. I feel like, excuse me, next to this GRP is the way to go. Because it feels more secluded. I'd forgotten, but now it's come back to me. This is actually in a separate kilometre classification from where I was. So this resets the 14-day clock moving to here. Now don't get me wrong, you can't move a kilometre every 14 days. They're not going to have that. But for 1 or 2 moves, they'll tolerate it. More in road. It's a horrible cough, this. It's just persistent. It's phlegmy. It's just disgusting. Front end of the boat. So first job, pull it in, pull it tight. That'll tell you where to put the chain in. This plant is in the way. Now don't shout at me for squashing the plant. As with the other one, hook down. And without having to kneel, I've got the mooring chain in. But that's the first time I've ever used that little tip. And I'm quite impressed. And I'm going to bend over and I'm going to pull this taut. Once it's taut, I'm going to do this knot. I feel like that might be it. There we go. Really, you should be pulling it taut, because otherwise you can bet your life the passing boats, they'll pull it taut and then some. I will also put ant powder on the ropes, and I know plenty of people who I've discussed this with and who've observed these shenanigans on YouTube have expressed the view that it is absolute madness. But I don't care, because I had earwigs in my fridge. And as I've said, once you get that, you will go to extraordinary lengths for it not to happen again. Those who scorn this paranoia, I can only say, let me liberally sprinkle some earwigs in your bed, on your curtains, in a loaf, in the fridge, on the ceiling, and other sundry places, and let me know how you feel about the issue of prevention. Nobody else has had a problem with it, to be fair. Every boater I've spoken to, not one of them's had an earwig problem. But it was an unusual situation when I first got this boat. Oh, my back. I'm not used to bending over, doing manual labour. And ahead there, just about 300 yards, is the bridge where you get up to the shops. So I've only moved 400 yards, but it is a different official location. Anyway, hopefully I won't have to be here 2 weeks, because hopefully this lurgy will go. We see. So see you later.